How's it going, everybody? Chris Cart's back through the mail. Monday, 7 returns for you today. Our very first arriving from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's see who we have here. Blank index card, as usual. And we've got Bob Shirley. Bob Shirley, first round draft pick of San Diego Padres back in 1976, 8th overall. Signs for $3 a card. Pretty affordable. Puts it towards his kids' college education or his grandkids, perhaps at this point. 87 tops signed for the set. 84 tops signed for this set. Nice looking cards by Bob Shirley. Kind of a swingman, lefty out of the pen. Did start some games, did relieve, did close a few games, but mostly kind of a middle reliever there, especially for those 80s Yankees team. 5 years with the Yanks, 4 with the Pods. There you guys go. Bob Shirley, $3 a card. Don't forget, awesome way to start off the day. Let's move on to our second return. Our next return is from the Seattle area with an address stamp here on it. So Robert Reynolds, I'm assuming that's Bullet Bob Reynolds, who was a pitching phenom way back in high school, coming out of the Northwest, being drafted in the first round, 17th overall by the Giants in 1966. And yes, there we go. Bob Reynolds on a 75 tops card. 74 tops card signed for the set. And there is a weird signature card that comes in the 74 tops sets that I said, well, let's just start getting these signed by signers that sign for free. So there you guys go. Robert Reynolds on there. 6 years in the bigs, according to Baseball Reference. 4 of those with Baltimore. Bounced around a little bit. 140 games total as a pitcher, mostly a middle reliever. Pretty one-dimensional, just a fastball. A really good fastball, but a fastball nonetheless. He did work on a slider towards the end of his career. And he is just 34 days short of his 5-year pension, which is a bummer for a lot of major leaguers that probably fall just short of those pension plans at 5 years and 10 years. So what did he do after he quit baseball? Well, he was a truck driver for 15 years, and he worked security at the Bon Marché in the Seattle area. So there you guys go. Robert Reynolds. I guess I could have asked for some inscriptions there. There's certainly some inscription-worthy highlights of his career. I guess I shouldn't be thinking about those things after the fact. I should remember those before I send off, but I didn't. So there you guys go. 74 tops card signed for the set. Let's move on to our third return. Our third return comes to us from Phoenix, Arizona, which is a very nice area. Very nice place to visit. Went down there in November. Climbed Camelback Mountain. That was quite a feat. Very happy I did that. Bob Boldis, 1960 tops card. Index card signed as well. I'm going to have to label that one. That one's going to be tough to figure out. There it is, Bob Oldis, who is indeed old, 95 years and 80 days. That puts him 16th on the list of the oldest players still alive, and that is a buyback right there. That is a pretty cool looking card. I thought it would look pretty neat signed, and it does. There's a 62 tops as well. Played off and on for 7 years, got into 135 games. He's got quite a few baseball cards for a guy that was kind of a second and third string catcher and didn't quite get into very many games. So pretty much backed up Smokey Burgess and Hal Smith during that 1960 World Championship run with the Pirates. Let's go ahead and label this index card. You guys should do that as well if you guys... Sure, right now I could look at this and say, yeah, it's Bob Boldis. But, a year from now when I find it in my box or something, I'm going to be like, whoa, Mike, who the heck is this? I have no idea. So I always label my index card with a non-permanent sticker so you can peel that thing off and label it maybe a better way in the future. And there you guys go. His information still, like I said, 95 years young, still signing away. Very cool. Bobby Shantz, a lot of guys that are really good signers. Man, they're getting up there. Bobby Shantz is like 97, so... I got my Bobby Shantz baseball, so I'm very happy I got Bobby Shantz, and there's a few other guys up there. Every now and then I look at that list and see who's up there, and it's kind of sad, all the guys that I remember being up there that are gone now. It's crazy, I guess. I guess when you're on that list, you're not usually in the top 20 for very long. So Bob Oldis, awesome return from him. Let's move on to return number 4. Our next one also has an address label and is from Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's get right to it. Mr. Robert Harrison. Robert Harrison, no surprise, just another Bob. Bob here played 2 seasons in the big leagues for the Baltimore Orioles. And when I say he played 2 seasons, that's more of a technicality. He actually pitched 1 game in 1955 on September 23rd and 1 game in 1956 on September 25th. So about 1 year apart. Last game of the season, Mr. Bob Harrison here pictured on a 1979 TCMA card. Did not sign the index card. And we've got a signature card filled out by Mr. Bob Harrison, or at least signed by Bob Harrison. There you guys go. And that is a 1979 TCMA card. I guess it didn't qualify for the 1 year wonder card, the fridge cards, because he pitched 2 years, kind of, sort of. So Mr. Robert Harrison, Bob Harrison, as he is known by his friends. You guys know I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to TTMs. I go after Hall of Famers, and I go after guys that had 2 games in the bigs. And happy to have this card signed. Happy to have this signature card signed. And 92 years young, that probably doesn't put him in the top 30 in the 30 oldest MLB players still alive list. But he's still signing away. And there you guys go. Bob Harrison, there's his information. Awesome return. Another Bob. Let's move on now to our next return. No address label on this return, which comes to us from Santa Ana, California. Let's see here who we have. And we've got more vintage. We've got Bob Meyer. Bob Meyer. Best wishes. Signed the index card. Signed everything. Nice. Bob Meyer there. Seattle Pilots, 1969. An inaugural member of the 69 Pilots before, of course, they became the Brewers. He didn't pitch much. You know, this is crazy. Some of these guys, I have a lot of these cards. He pitched 2 years with the Brewers / Pilots, 1 year with the Kansas City Athletics, 1 year with the Los Angeles Angels, and 1 year with the Yankees. Signed very nicely these cards, including duplicate there. Hey, check out that 71 Topps. He signed it Robert Meyer, just like the facsimile signature. That was kind of funny. He switched it up on us. This is his career start list, or his games list. 22, 7, 6, 9, 6, and 10. And this guy's sitting on at least 3 cards I see in front of me, so that's pretty crazy. You know, imagine if everyone that played at least 1 inning in today's game got a baseball card. These sets would be ginormous. They'd be very big. And it'd be probably pretty awesome for us TTMers, but for the set collectors, it would probably be... And of course, those trying to, pull rookies out of packs, I mean, it would probably be pretty maddening, because all you're going to get is like 6 Darren Ruff cards and a Jordan Yamamoto. And moving right along here, this is from the vault. This is from 2020. This is a big pile of envelopes. It's getting smaller, but it's a pretty big pile of envelopes from back in the day I never opened. So let's see who we have here for our next return. We got Mr. Bob Klein. Bobby Klein, not to be confused with the 30s pitcher Bob Klein, who I think passed away in the 80s. Bob Klein did pass away. He passed away in 2021, October of 21. And, man, I sent him a Ron Klein card to sign. That's why he didn't sign it. I don't know why I sent him this card. That's embarrassing. But, warts and all on his channel. Who cares? Roy Face, he's still around. He can sign this bad boy. But back to Bob Klein. Just put that right there, I guess. Bob Klein did not sign the index card. Bobby Klein, he signed the signature card. And, of course, signed beautifully there. Nice to get this back. 77 games in the big leagues in 1955 for the Senators. And that was it. That was his whole career. And hit 221. No home runs. That's a bummer. And that is it, my friends. That's Bobby Klein. Can no longer get Bobby Klein. So do not send to Bobby Klein, and do not attempt to go back in time to warn me not to send that Buck Hill Aces card, because technology like that doesn't exist yet. So maybe in a few years you can do that, but 2023, we're not quite there yet. All right, guys, let's just finish this bad boy off with a 7th return. Let's do it. 7th and final return from Greenville, South Carolina. Let's see who we've got here. We've got a nice... Oh, we got Bob Kipper. Bob Kipper there on a 92 Topps 88 Don Russ. We got a 91 Stadium Club, 89 Upper Deck for the set, and 87 Topps for the set. Bob Kipper, another first-round draft pick, much like our very first return today. 8th overall, exactly like our first return today. Bob had a nice little career with the Buccos. 7 total years with the Bucks, 1 with the Minnesota Twins. And I do believe the team that drafted him in the first round, the Angels, back in 1982, I think they had him for a cup of coffee as well. Bob Kipper, kind of an average reliever. Started a few games. Very nice to get this back. 2 cards signed for the set. And our first non-vintage return of the day, I do believe. I'm thinking back, and I think the previous 6 returns were all super vintage. So here you guys go. Bob Kipper's information. He's a great signer. He's been a great signer for a year. And, of course, he played in an era where there was just like 7 million cards to choose from. So these were the ones I had laying around. Of course, 2 for the sets. And that is it, my friends. Through the mail Monday, number 118. 218. Wow, I was off by 100. TTMM number 218. Put it in the books. Big league season starts this week. That's good because I'm getting a little tired of spring training baseball. Although, yeah, I'm going to watch today's game, Sunday's game anyway. It's midnight here. I'm finishing up this video, and I'm going to still watch the Mets game. And why? Because it's only going to be like 2.5 hours. That's awesome. Plus, I got the cutout commercials, so it's going to be probably less than that. So, going to be pretty cool. Vegas tonight for the Pizza Expo. Next couple days I'll be in Las Vegas, so should be fun times for me and the wife, including the expo. So if anyone's going to be at the Pizza Expo next few days, give me a holler. I'll be on the floor somewhere walking around, eating slices of pie and shaking hands, kissing babies, doing the whole routine that you're supposed to do at these huge conventions where everyone's trying to sell you stuff. So that is it, my friends. Thanks for watching. Did not take a after picture tonight. Sorry, you've got nothing to look at but Bob Kipper. So that's it. Gonna work on this thumbnail. I got a good thumbnail idea. So I always try to come up with different thumbnails. I'm not sure if you've noticed or not. Some of them, like the one a few weeks ago, which I shall not name, that video did not do very well. And I'm pretty sure it's because of the thumbnail. So well, that stuff just cracks me up. So yeah. I understand branding and all that and kind of having a similar look, but my look is to be different almost every time. So that is it, my friends. No long rant today. I'm tired, and I'm going to get going. I still got to pack and stuff. So thanks a lot. Love you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Monday. I'll try to get a set update video up this week. I pretty much got it done. I should have had it up today or yesterday, Saturday, but I didn't, so just got too busy. So try to get it up later on this week on Saturday or Sunday. I'll be back on Thursday, so I've got plenty of time to do it. So look for that. I don't know who's next, 84 Tops perhaps. So looking forward to putting 10 more cards in that set. And that is it, my friends. See ya.